Hello, everyone. This is Corinne Lafont, your favorite radio host from Between the Lines. Broadcasting to you from Trinidad and Tobago, the lovely island in the Caribbean. It's beautiful outside. I can't believe it. I'm so thankful to be here, and I'm thankful to have with me as my guest, Dr. Karen Gurney. Let me just tell you a little bit about her, and we're going to go straight into what we're going to be talking about. Dr. Karen Gurney is a director of outsourcing, AutoStacked, and teacher with over 13,000 online students. She leverages her PhD and MBA to teach people how to use advanced LinkedIn techniques to get jobs and sales leads. And that's what we're talking about today, advanced LinkedIn networking. And we're going to be using my LinkedIn site profile page. Oh my God, I haven't touched it in a while. So please, so I am actually being vulnerable here, and she put me on the spot to showcase my LinkedIn site. But hey, I know I'm not the only one. So I'm not going to feel embarrassed, and this is a learning, a learning experience. So using me as a little guinea pig here to teach you guys what to do. And this is not only for a matter of jobs. This is also for networking, so that you know how to connect with others, get your foot in the door, as well as for persons who are in business. So this is persons who are in business who are looking for sales leads, as well as for clients to be able to get clients. Some people just get clients alone from LinkedIn because it's a professional networking platform. Yeah. So
Yes.
we're going to be right. So welcome, Dr. Karen Gurney, to Between the Lines.
Thank you for having me, Corinne.
Sure. And I'm going to show your website first so that your site looks so lovely. Before we show mine, let me just do a quick screen share here. Yeah, so that we can learn a little bit about Dr. Karen Gurney and where you can find. I'm sure you're seeing that lovely site. Doesn't that look pretty? Yes. That looks pretty. And so you want to get to know a bit about her. Well, I guess you go straight to order. See how lovely she is. And I'm showing her lovely face too. I'm not showing mine because you people know I'm still trying to get over this flu and cough. I don't even want to talk about it, because the more I talk about it, the more it falls in love with me. So, right? So
it's hard to shake this cold this year. I had it too. So
yeah. I gotta really shake it. Probably shake it with some alcohol. Shake it with some other stuff. So this is she here, looking lovely as ever, right? You can get to know more about her here. And this is about what? Tell us about this. So what's the book and class about? And there's a little video. Yeah, can we show this video?
Yes, I work with corporate clients to help transition their employees, and I also do private coaching in between that, because those things come in spurts.
Yeah.
Where you'll get a contract. So I do take on private clients, and I also have a network of coaches underneath me that specialize in different things, and I will divert clients to them as well. But what I wanted to do with this, Corinne, is reach a larger audience. There's only one of me and one of the other coaches, and I wanted people to have access of all the techniques that I use to transition clients in my corporate outplacement business.
Yeah.
And that is the source material for Stacked, because there's a lot of changes in modern hiring. Sometimes you'll get a candidate that has not looked for a job since 10 to 20 years.
That's right.
And then you'll have other people that are looking and maybe looking to rise up through the ranks and use their job moves to do that. So I captured and communicated what I do with every single client, and I also have a specialized chapter for different types of career changes. And everyone who buys the book gets the class. I offered the class for free, so you can either buy the class and not the book, or you can buy the book and get the class for free. So that's the recommendation I have for people, is to actually get either the Kindle book or the physical book. And I know you may have a lot of international folks. They can also go to Smashwords and get it as a PDF.
Yes. Yeah.
So and I can email you all these different ways to access it, but it's best to have both versions in my opinion, where you can read it. I actually am releasing the audiobook version coming up in the next month too.
Okay, fabulous. So why stacked? Why the word stacked?
Because we're keyword stacking. So the idea here is the same as when you build a website.
Right.
And that is SEO. So how do we get good Google? We have to have the right keywords that match what people are searching for.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with employers' applicant tracking systems and with the online systems like Indeed and LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
They are keyword driven. So you need to stack your profiles with the right keywords. And I teach people how to identify those keywords, how to identify their dream jobs,
Mm-hmm.
how to pivot
Mm-hmm.
keywords. So for instance, I had a client that was working in data analytics
Right.
for a healthcare consultancy.
Mm-hmm.
He did not have the keywords. That is what he's been doing for 15 years. He
Whoa.
did not know what the keywords were in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
I identified those keywords. I stacked his resume, and
Mm-hmm.
he was able to double his income.
Whoa.
Yes, it was amazing. It was, I have a lot of successful transitions. That one was huge, but I knew he was tremendously under earning for his skill set.
No,
But
we need to take full advantage of you. We need to take full advantage of you, Dr. Gurney. Full advantage. We need to take full advantage of you. And when you mention the word transition, I want that to be clear to the audience. What do you mean by transition? Because transition to me communicates, I'm in a job, let's say, and I want to move from there into a business. So transitioning from a current job into moving into my own business, as well as transitioning from a current job into a better job. So
that is true.
Tell me what transitioning means for you.
Transitioning does mean two things. It usually in corporate outplacement, you're talking about transitioning into another job. But I have to tell you, probably 25% of the people that I work with are transitioning into multiple strategies. So I just had a reach out this morning of someone who is done with their career. They're over 65,
Yeah.
but they want to still work.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking to move into either contract roles,
Mm-hmm.
some mix between employment and contracting, maybe remote work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's transitioning into a different form of work than what they've been traditionally doing.
Mm.
So that's one transition. The other transitions can be entrepreneurial 100%. I do get those.
Right.
And then there is the, straight up job, some type of mix, back to work moms.
Mm-hmm.
They're transitioning into a different life. And typically my clients I'm working on their career transition in the context of their life transition. So I don't specifically do life coaching, but your career doesn't happen in a vacuum. Your business doesn't happen in a vacuum.
Right.
So I look at what is the barrier to this person's transition, because that's going to affect, how successful they are.
I want to show this lovely video. It seems to be short, and when you're online, you always keep short videos. So can I do that before we go into my lovely LinkedIn site?
Go ahead.
Welcome to Stacked, the sequel to my best-selling class and the companion class to my book called Stacked, where you double your job interviews, leverage recruiters, and unlock LinkedIn. We can literally lure, bait, and trap recruiters so that they are coming to us for the jobs that we want. I literally tell my recruiter friends this, because if I am connecting you to them, you are getting jobs and they are making money. With this class, you're going to learn the techniques to have recruiters come straight to you for great jobs. You're going to get calls for jobs without applying. You're going to double your interviews. You're going to tap unadvertised jobs in the hidden job market. You're going to leverage free and easy LinkedIn and online tactics. You're going to be able to determine once and for all whether you should buy a LinkedIn premium subscription.
For sure.
And you're going to get the best advanced modern networking strategies. This class is for anyone that uses a resume to apply for a job. More importantly, it is for students that really like using alternative, unusual, system-busting tactics, that want to know how to get recruiters to work for you. Also, who want to use their money wisely on their job hunt. The advice on the LinkedIn Premium subscription can save you a minimum of $300 a year. You also get a keyword stacking resume template that beats the resume black hole and wows employers. My one and only Core 3 career assessment. fill in the blank, phone screen, behavioral interview preparations, and the questions for them that close on jobs. There is also one of my favorite sections where I can help you learn how to negotiate confidently. Every student of this class is invited to connect with me on LinkedIn for a free profile review. These methods have facilitated hundreds of my clients' and students' career changes, and now you can use them too. I'm Dr. Karen Gurney, and I look forward to helping you achieve your career goals.
Nice, nice.
Right.
Now, there was something that was mentioned in there I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
And the word is slipping me now. I saw something mentioned, but I guess it will come back to me. It's not coming to me, but it hit me a while ago. I guess when we're talking, we can do that. So
you definitely reacted to whether someone should buy LinkedIn Premium. That was one of the things.
Yeah, that was one of the things. Oh, the other one before I forget, you said let recruiters work for you. Normally, you are working for recruiters. So why are you saying let recruiters work for you?
Okay, this is a great key, and it's one of the primary premises of the book.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, you are exactly right, Corinne.
Mm-hmm.
The recruiter works for the employer. So either they're an internal recruiter or an external recruiter. Either way, their job is to find qualified candidates
Mm-hmm.
for what their employer is hiring for.
Mm-hmm.
You get them to work for you in the sense that you are their product.
Mm-hmm.
So if you understand how to communicate the product correctly,
Mm-hmm.
they know they have a bankable product.
Yes.
So our job is to stack our profiles and our resumes so that the recruiter, it's easy for them to sell our product to the employer.
Mm.
That's the key. So even though they're not technically working for you, you can get them to work for you because if they know they can make money off of you, this is primarily for the external recruiter,
Mm-hmm.
or if they know they can pitch you to their internal, whoever's hiring, their manager that's hiring right now.
Right.
You make it easy for them, they will work for you.
Yeah, because you're a nice packaged product.
That's right.
Yes, you're a nice packaged product. So it's for us to package ourselves on our LinkedIn profile so that people can notice us and so want to work for us and say, hey, I found somebody who I really have to get in here because he or she is good. There's a movie, what did they call it again? I remember watching it, Friends with Benefits. Did you watch that movie? Everybody, I think, must have watched that movie. Yeah, with Justin Timberlake, I think. You watched that movie, did you?
I have not seen that movie.
You need to see that movie. But it was mainly, what do they call them when you have people who seek out persons? They're like hunters. They like seek out persons to bring them into companies.
Okay, so the headhunter.
Headhunting, yeah.
That's an important concept, Corinne. I didn't know that he was a headhunter in that movie, but.
No, he was being headhunted. The girl was hunting him to bring him across because he's very creative.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually kind of critical of the headhunter concept because it speaks back to more like where we started, and that was people believe that there are recruiters out there that work for the candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I know I'm saying you can do that, but remember, they're always working for the company. The company is paying them. That's their client, either their internal client or external client.
Right.
But if we make ourselves a bankable client or candidate and product, they can work for us because they know that we're a fit for their roles and for their hiring manager. With the headhunter concept, I really talk about that in the book in the class. I don't like it because people believe there's literally people sitting there waiting for a candidate to come to them, and then they're going to go and seek out jobs for that candidate. No, they're not. They work for the client companies, and the client companies have open positions, and then they need to find a fit. So we have to be a fit. I call it a direct hit match.
Yeah. That sounds kind of aggressive, Dr. Gurney. Direct hit match.
I am aggressive, actually.
Direct hit match. Okay, then. All right. So let's just quickly go to your website again. So you say, take a glimpse inside the book. Yeah. And do you have your book on your website that if persons want to buy it from here, they can? Or is it just an
if you go up to the top, This links to Amazon. You can get it on Barnes & Noble as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I only have the Amazon linked on here.
Mm-hmm.
But last year I invested a significant amount of resources in putting this on wholesale distributors that also feed into Barnes & Noble and other international. So Amazon bought a lot of these. So a lot of the international ones are actually serviced by Amazon, but you don't know it.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
So you can get it and the Kindle version in most countries on Amazon. You can get it in the physical version in quite a few countries.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can use Barnes & Nobles or other international portals. But every once in a while, I will get a country that is not represented on any of the portals, and I don't know if Trinidad and Tobago is one of them. But then you have
we will get it. We will get it no matter what.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Smashwords is your other option because you can get a PDF version of Smashwords.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. So we have Smashwords. You can get it through Amazon here and on Barnes & Noble. So people can look for it. It's just a matter of Googling you.
That's right.
Just put in your name, put in the name of the book, and wherever is most convenient for persons, they just grab it. Because once they grab it, they get into the class, and that's the important thing, getting into the class.
I actually had a reader who was a huge fan, ended up connecting with me on not only LinkedIn, but Facebook, and we become friends. And his girlfriend went to Nigeria and didn't take a copy of the book with her and met someone who really needs this information.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and told him about the Smashwords version so that she can use a PDF.
Right. Okay, this is wonderful. So let's hop across to my lovely LinkedIn profile.
Okay, let's do it.
I am gritting my teeth.
Okay. So the first thing I want people to start thinking about is, what is the goal of their campaign? LinkedIn is an advertising and marketing campaign. If you're looking for a job, or if you're working in a corporation as a salesperson and trying to connect with your sales lead, or if you're an entrepreneur like yourself, Corinne, that wants to attract a certain type of lead to you. We always want to think about, what is our campaign goal? And your LinkedIn, especially if you're running a LinkedIn campaign, a free marketing campaign, which is what we're going to talk about specifically with you. We want to think about, who am I trying to connect with, and why would they want to connect with me? Right now, you have 3 to 4 things. And this is what I want everyone to do when they go to their own profile.
Right.
I want them to look at, what does the banner say about me? What does the image say about me? What does my headline say? And what does my location say? Because the campaign that I'm going to teach you to do is essentially sending out your virtual business card. LinkedIn's a virtual business card. It's also like a brochure. And you're sending it out to someone when you ask to connect with them. And the first thing they're going to see in their email before they even go to LinkedIn is your image and your headline and your location.
Okay.
We need those to match our campaign so that they want to connect with us, no questions asked.
Okay.
Now, one of the things that we're going to answer here is whether to buy a LinkedIn Premium account. The fact of the matter is, LinkedIn, the most powerful thing that LinkedIn offers, is still free.
Which is?
That is the advanced LinkedIn filters, which I'm going to teach you about. Before we go into that, though, I want to examine, if someone hit your page, why would they want to connect with you, Corinne? And does it match what your goal campaign is right now?
Okay.
So, right now, on your banner, you have self-publishing, live and online workshops and conferences. You have speaker, live and online, award-winning author, radio host between the lines. 4 different messages.
Yeah.
We usually don't want that on a marketing campaign.
Okay.
On your headline, because they're not even going to see that when you send a reach out to connect with them, on your headline, they're going to see self-publishing, online marketing, and travel consultant.
Right. That was old. I tell you, I haven't been on this thing for a while. Yeah.
I know. We're using you just as an example here.
Yes, that's fine. I'm not embarrassed. Because I know because there are a lot of people who are in my position. So of course, use me so that they can learn from me, my embarrassing mistakes. So
I'm not criticizing you except to say what I want to do is help you pick a campaign today, and it can change. You can run a different campaign in June and change all of it to match your goal. Just know that when you do the campaign that I'm teaching you, you want to make sure there is a cohesive message all the way down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That makes sense.
So give me an idea of who you might want to connect with online and for what purpose. Like what are
great question. I have more than one objective. So we can look at that in different times, you know, when I can run different campaigns like you said. So I am into business, so I'm looking to generate more leads and clients. So that's one of my first objectives, to build my business. Yeah. The next objective is, let's say I'm looking for a job, PR communications. So I'm building my PR and communications consultancy. I want to be able to offer that as part of my offering to persons, whether for companies, various companies, I do it for various companies, or working for one particular company. So I want persons to know that about me, as well as having clients in terms of publishing, working with authors, getting clients in that field, helping persons to start up an online business, coaching, etc. That's a lot, but you try to pull from that.
Okay, so let's start with the author one. So what do you think the value is that you can offer an author?
Well, according to them,
that's good. That's where we want to start.
Because it's not me, it's what they say. I'm extremely responsive. I am extremely professional. I am on time most of the time. And let me qualify that. There may be delays in work, as it will happen anywhere. Reason being is because I don't compromise quality for speed, and I do communicate. I'm a, prolific communicator. If I see something needs some additional work, I would let them know, and I would tell them this is going to take some extra time than expected. So I have that sort of, I have very loyal clients, author clients. They keep coming back to me whenever they have to do any work on their book or new books, and they refer people to me. So I have built that type of relationship. It has become friends. That even if they want to do something and I don't charge them, they can come to me and ask my advice or opinion. So I think that's my edge.
Okay, so that is how you're good at what you do. That's not necessarily the value that you're bringing to them. I noticed two things here in your summary before even going down on the rest of your profile, and that is that you help them build their online presence.
Right.
And how do you do that?
Well, through marketing, social media, setting up their website, their author websites.
Okay. Boom. Just stop right there.
Yeah.
You like my website, right? I get a ton of comments on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the type of thing that authors do not know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do is, if you don't have to do this right now, but this is an example of what I would tell you to do.
Mm-hmm.
You click on the little pencil. Do you see, if you go to the right of your profile picture, yep.
Mm-hmm. Click on it.
Mm-hmm. On the headline, I would put something like author online or building authors online website and social presence for more sales.
Make sense there?
Good. So then let me just look at the rest of this. Let's keep going down. Okay, management consulting. You could, we'll leave that, but that could be publishing, that could be marketing.
Mm-hmm.
You almost might want to do marketing.
So switch it to marketing.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see what our options are. So there's about 300 options in here. Sometimes we have to go in and take a look. Oh, we lost it. Yeah.
I don't want to start from the top. That's kind of like far.
No, that's all right. Marketing and advertising.
Click that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We help authors, speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs get self-published. We help clients build. So this is pretty good right here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're basically making the headline a short capture, because this is all they're going to see when you request to connect on the campaign I'm going to teach you, is the headline. Then what's great is they can go here and see what you do. If we work to, I'm not saying we should work together, but what I do is help person capture more of their value. This is what you do for them, which is great, but we want to see something like helped one author build, to 10,000 sales or something like that.
Yeah.
But we're good for right now. Let's click on save. Okay, good. I would potentially, your banner's okay, but I might want to have a banner that really speaks to our campaign.
Yeah.
We're connecting with authors, and we're connecting with them because we want to teach them how to build their website and their social media presence. Like, you take care of all that for them. Arrow down a little bit. I want to see the rest of your profile real quick. One thing that's important here that people don't realize is that LinkedIn has prioritized the articles that you like.
I noticed that. Why?
They're trying to be more social. I'm not trying to say they're trying to be Facebook, but you do want to be careful. You're okay here. I don't see a big concern. You're talking more about, you're speaking on Ageless Beauty. I'm just going to let you know, sometimes might want to think about what you're liking, because it's going to show up in this feed.
I realize that, yes.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Okay, so here's another, obviously your first job. There's a couple things I'm going to tell you here. I really would like you to create your own company. So right now, Corinne and I mostly are not talking about getting a job. We are talking about how to capture and communicate her value as an entrepreneur.
Right.
So I would create a company, but before we even do that, I would title yourself Director of Website and Social Media Development, or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And the rest of this doesn't look bad, but I would just give yourself a much more specific title. The Self-Publishing Center. Let me take a drink. The Self-Publishing Center should have its own company page so that it has its own logo, Corinne.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
That makes
on the top, we're not going to work on this right now, but I want to show you and other people where it's at. So next to your profile image on the top right is a block. No, not that one. The one up top. Next to notifications, up. Right, take a right. Next to that is work. Do you see that block?
Yeah.
Click on the drop down.
Yeah.
I need you to arrow down. Arrow down. Create company page. Click on the plus sign just so the users can find this. On here, you can create a company page with a logo.
Nice.
Yes. And that way, when someone sees it, you're going to look more legitimate. I will tell you that LinkedIn de-emphasizes the pages. Like, I tried posting on the page. I didn't get as much hits as when I post as an individual. But the point is, I have now a logo for my business. My business exists on LinkedIn as a business, which is great. So I advise everyone to go through this process and you to do it later on. We're not going to do it right now, okay? All right. One thing I want to respond to for everybody is going back to the LinkedIn Premium and whether you should pay for it.
Right.
It is about $25 a month, but they charge it all at one time, so it's actually about $300. Most people, what they like about it is that they get more results on who has viewed their profile. But I have to tell you, that has limited effect, especially early on. You may want to get premium later, but that is not where the good stuff is. It doesn't really help you that much in running the campaign I'm about to teach you.
Yes.
So if you go to notifications up there, you see 4 of them.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and click on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to see here, usually it tells you, okay, you got someone who followed you, but sometimes you see someone who, and I see you've got authors following you.
Yeah, people following me.
Okay, go to your My Network, because I don't see an announcement in here on this.
My network.
Yeah, I want to click here real quick. You've got a bunch of people that are inviting you to connect. So 581, we need to grow that, Corinne. All right, I need you connected with a lot of authors. So that's something that this is going to teach you how to do.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your home button. 40, who's viewed your profile? Click on that 40 over on the left. I want you to start posting more in here too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So 40 viewers have shown it, and it's giving you a list. Now it says right here, unlock the rest of this list with premium. You can see more of the people. It only gives you like the last week or so or a few days.
Mm-hmm.
People are obsessed with this, Corinne.
I know, but they're not going to tempt me. They're not going to tempt me.
I know. Personally, to me, if someone has looked at your profile and has not actually reached out to connect with you, it has limited value.
Right.
I will say, though, what I sometimes do on here is I will go every day. When you don't have premium, like I said, it will give you limited, but it will show you some people. I will go to their page, and if I'm interested in them, I'll connect with them, but they'll also see that I viewed their page, and sometimes they'll connect with me. So
that's right. Mm-hmm.
It kind of depends, but this is the primary benefit. Mm-hmm. The other benefit is being able to send in-mails.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We can bypass that, and I'm about to teach you how. Are you ready to see the magic?
I am ready.
The magic of running a LinkedIn marketing campaign is actually on the top left, the magnifying glass. I want you to click on the magnifying. Yeah. Now you need to click over on the other magnifying glass.
This.
Boom.
Which one?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Our filter. Now, I want to show you something here. Do you see showing 501,000 results?
Yeah, let me kind of highlight that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
These are all the people that you can potentially quick connect with right now. That's obviously too many. So what do we need to do? We want to target authors. I want you to go to all filters. It's on the right under your profile picture.
Oh, hold on. Let me shift us from here. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
This is the magic, Corinne.
Oh,
this is
super excited. You're super excited. You are super excited.
This is where the magic happens in LinkedIn, and it is free.
So let's give it a go. Let's give it a go.
Okay, I want you to put in the title author.
In the title.
There's first name, last name. Yep. Type in author.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want you to click on first, second, and third connections first. Click on all 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then click on apply, which is in the top right.
Mm-hmm.
Our video might be blocking the apply button. You have 193,000 people that have author somewhere in their profile.
Whoa.
193. Do you know the sales rule?
No.
About for all your cold lead connections, of the ones who connect with you, you can close 4%?
No.
4%. Okay, 4% is the rule in sales. So let's say.
What rule? What rule are you looking at? What book are you looking into, Dr. Gurney? What secret Pentagon? What secret Pentagon book are you?
It's a general rule of thumb.
Uh-huh.
Every sales, like if you're selling software to an enterprise, like if I tried to sell a piece of software to Google or a company that size, my sales cycle and my close rate is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
But in general,
mm-hmm.
you will get 4 sales out of 100 leads. That's one of the reasons I tell people to apply for 100 jobs, although actually in hiring, the
mm-hmm.
sales lead process, and it is a sales process,
mm-hmm.
is actually tighter. You can usually get 4 good interview leads off of 30 apps if you've done everything right.
Okay.
Okay, but I still tell people if the volume exists, they should go for it. You know, if there's 100 out there, they should be applying for 100. It's the same thing here. So with 193, I'm just going to round it.
Okay.
Times 4%. That's 7,720 potential connections. So let's say we didn't even close 7,000. That's a lot, right? But let's say 7,720 connected with you. You're going to close 4% of that because these are cold leads.
Yeah.
So let me take 7,000 times 4%. 280 clients.
Whoa.
Potentially, if the numbers pan out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, some of these 193 are not going to connect with you, but if your headline is professional and it looks associated to their interest, they probably will.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And then some of those you can start networking because once they connect with you, as you know, Corinne, you can talk to them for free.
For free.
Great.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What I want to talk about here, there's one thing I want to do though. See that connections button that's in blue?
Yeah. Click it.
Yeah, click on the drop down. This is just a quicker way to find this. I want you to take out, well, first I wanted you to just show your first connections. Who is already an author you're connected to that you can be talking to for free right now?
Okay.
Click on apply. 58.
I'm already connected to Jordan.
Right.
We've been friends for a long time. We haven't spoken for a while.
So you could reach out and say, hey, you know, I'm doing, how's your book doing? Or how are you doing, right? First connect on a personal level. And then say, hey, how's, like this, the author of The Hooker's Daughter, I thought it was funny. This person just connected with you because they were in your notification feed.
Right.
This would be a great one of, hey, how's everything going with your new book release? Get to know them a little bit, Corinne. Like, wow, I read the thing. It's very interesting. You know, like be personalized.
Yeah.
LinkedIn benefits from personal connection and also a matching interest. Okay. So then, like, I will tell you, sometimes people reach out to me for all sorts of reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I have a recruiter, this guy ran an excellent campaign. Excellent. And I did join his network. He actually got me on his Facebook group. So I did follow through with his funnel.
Yeah.
And that was someone that is, like he said, you know what, I'm a recruiter just like you because I do work in recruiting as well. It's part of outsourcing. And I just want to invite you to my network. We're a bunch of recruiters getting together trying to help each other. It was easy, Corinne.
Oh my God.
He looked at my page. He looked to see what I was interested in. He looked to make sure we were a match. He didn't just say, this is what I do. Figure it out. Like, do you want to? No. He looked at what I was doing. Okay. So, all right. Now I want to find out how many people we can quick connect to. So I want you to go back up to blue where it says first.
Yes.
And I want you to get rid of first and click second. Fine. 17,000. 17,000 people. Okay. What I want to show people here before I show you how to do this, I want you to go back up to second and click on third. So unclick second and click on third. 176.
Okay.
What you're going to notice here, your first hit says send in mail.
Yes.
And this is an author. No, don't do it.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
What is it going to take you to, Corinne? It's going to take you to a sales page because LinkedIn wants you to buy LinkedIn Premium.
Premium to send an email. Yeah.
We don't want to do it, right?
Right.
No. There's a workaround. And I don't know.
Of course, they're going to pick up on this and hear us finding the workaround.
I know eventually they're going to get rid of this. Okay. Yeah. I don't know when. I'm not that powerful yet as far as LinkedIn is concerned. I'm not on their radar, but this is what I train people how to do.
Yeah.
There's something important here though. A lot of times I don't have people start with third degree connections because it's a whole page of sent emails. In this case, these other folks have not restricted their account, so you could send them second degree a quick connect.
Yeah.
But I'm jumping around here. First, I want to show you a workaround because let's say Kaz is a hot lead. He's in Jamaica. He's in the Caribbean. This is an author you want to connect with. For someone who has the send in-mail button, you need to go to their profile. So click on his name. Now, you see the in-mail button here. If you click on it, you're going to a sales page.
Right.
And Corinne, this guy needs help. Look at his banner. It's horrible. His image, you can't even see him. His title doesn't tell you anything.
Anything.
This guy needs help. Look at his connections, only 230. Kaz needs you, Corinne. Okay? So how are we going to connect with him so he understands? Dot, dot, dot. Click on the dot, dot, dot. Click on connect. See that connect?
I've used this.
Okay, you got two choices.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on send now, it's going to send your image, your headline, and your location. That's what they'll get in the email.
Right.
And you're not saying anything.
Right.
But you could add a note here. Add a note.
Okay. Click add a note.
Yeah. This is an extremely brief note. It's only 300 characters, but you could say, I saw your book. I don't even remember what it was called.
Yeah.
I've helped a bunch of authors really increase their conversion on their book, on their website and social media. Do you have time to chat about this, or are you interested? Please connect.
Yeah. I've used this. I found that workaround. I've used it, and I'm a person that likes the personal message. I don't like the cookie cutter thing. You personalize it because you have seen something on their profile, and you make it you.
Okay, I'm going to give you two pieces of advice. Here, you could do that with Kaz, because we're already had to go through extra work anyway, but right now, click off of him. We're going to go back to the magic place. Where's the magic? Well, that was one way to go to the magic. But show people how to remember where the magic is.
I don't know. Help me.
It's the magnifying glass. So click on the top left. Yes. Just so we can remind our students how we find the magic, and so you remember how to find the magic.
Okay. So the magnifying glass is the magic. It helps you to see things.
Magnifying glass is the magic.
It helps you to see things bigger.
They buried it. This used to be much more pronounced on the old user interface, and they changed the user interface last year in January. And so now, oh my gosh, everyone freaked out, Corinne. Because it wasn't obvious where it was. We had to dig around to find it.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you can, if you're one recommendation I have for people just in general in their search is, and you don't have to do it right now, but you might want to clear your search. You don't need to, but just so people know, they might be wondering, why am I not getting results, right? Sometimes you just want to clear your filters and start over.
Okay, and you can do that here.
Yes, and then go back into all filters. You don't have to do it.
Right, okay.
But this is to give people an idea, why am I not finding this, or why am I not seeing that, It could be because you filtered down and don't remember.
Yes.
Okay. For the purpose of what I'm going to teach right now, I want you to go back to second degree connections. So unclick third, yes. We want to connect with all 17,000 people. That's a lot of people.
We want to connect with all 17,000 and two. Don't forget the two.
The two. If you're a busy entrepreneur like Corinne and I, you might have an assistant do this, or this might be part of the business that you run, that type of thing. Because that's a lot of connections. Or you could try and narrow it down, wow, 17,000 is too fast. But just imagine if all 17,000 people connected with you, Corinne. Let's say
my brain is blowing out right now. What do you mean? Imagine? Oh my God, that's a big imagination.
I know. And if you could also put in your headline, let's say this is another good one, Corinne, is to do a soft lead. So put successful author podcast in your headline.
Yeah.
That way someone doesn't feel like they're about to be sold.
Yes.
And they might want to just connect with you. So with my recruiter guy that connected with me, he had me join a free Facebook group. He didn't try and sell me right away. So sometimes the soft thing, you get people to connect and you start building relationships.
Yeah.
You might want to start a free podcast, or no, not free, but a successful author podcast. You send out, a lot of these people are going to connect, Corinne.
Yeah.
And then you could send a message to those people and say, hey, join the free Facebook group too. Start interacting with them.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you said I like a personalized message, and I tend to agree with you, but there's a caveat.
Oh Lord, what is it?
A imagine sending 17,000 personal messages.
Okay, yeah.
Well, you could just click connect and send now. And as long as your headline, like I love this podcast idea because it's a very soft intro.
Yes.
Then you just click it out and all these people are going to connect with you. And then you have the connections to start communicating with them.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I like the headline to lead the conversation. So that you can do a successful quick connect that makes sense. You're not just some person out of the blue. You run a successful author podcast, and I'm an author.
That's right. That's right. I love that. I love this. This show is fabulous. Who's doing this show?
This is why I teach people how to do, Corinne.
I am excited. I'm excited
for you.
Yeah, no, Karen, we have to do some work together. I am so damn serious. I have spent some time on LinkedIn. I've invested in working on my LinkedIn profile some years ago, but I kind of stopped, and I need to really get back into it because I know that's where the professional people hang out, that's where the money is. But just looking at a LinkedIn profile is so overwhelming.
Right.
Because there's so many moving parts. And it's like you have to spend so much time. But I said, if I were to spend any time anywhere on any social network, it would be LinkedIn. It would be LinkedIn. Facebook is nice, but Facebook is social, chat, talk, social. But if you're doing business or even looking for work or some sort of professional something, LinkedIn. Now Google Plus is sort of trying to do a LinkedIn something because they have communities, but somehow I am not feeling Google Plus. I'm not feeling Google Plus, and I don't really hang out there.
Great. All you have to think about is how many people do I know using Google Plus?
Really?
Nobody talks about it.
Right.
Yeah. It never got to where they want it. I love Google. Of course, they have a ton of products, that are valuable. And I'm not saying Google Plus is not valuable, but it never got the uptake. So it's not one of their most valuable products.
Right. Yeah, I don't really do the Google Plus thing, but the LinkedIn, I would definitely do it. Facebook is easy because just a quick post, connect, talk, chat, send some GIFs, have fun kind of thing. So my thing is more Facebook, LinkedIn, and I think I just automate Twitter. I would just automate. I don't really spend time there. I hardly retweet. I hardly really comment. It's a kind of fast and furious platform.
That's another thing I wanted to tell you about is if you go, so we know where the magic is, right? Just remind everybody where the magic is. Boom. This is the magic. So everybody's got an idea of where it is.
I want to do the magic again.
And actually, I am doing a class. there's only so much time in the day, but I have advanced LinkedIn for job getting, but I'm actually doing a separate class for entrepreneurs and corporate salespeople because salespeople need this too. Because when they're reaching out to they're trying to sell. I mean, it's the same idea. It's just their role is different. They're being paid full time from a corporation to drive their leads.
That's right.
So, okay. Next thing I want to show you before I think we're almost done.
I'm so excited about it. I love when people are excited about what they do. Before you're going to tell me what you're going to tell me, were you always doing this? And if not, what led you to do this and to just specialize in this area?
Okay, so my PhD completed in 2012. My PhD is in workforce and economic development.
Right.
After my PhD was done, I started searching for academic jobs, and I also started really developing my business. People have been coming to me for career advice because I was in HR for decades. Really, I'm old, right?
No, you're not old. You're not old. You look like you're in your 20s, so I have a problem with that.
That is so sweet, Corinne. Thank you so much. Okay.
Okay, you look beautiful. You look like you're in your 20s, so don't tell me decades. That's just 2 decades. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, no, okay. No. I do have, I'm 45, so I do
Whoa!
have, yeah.
You look beautiful. You look beautiful.
Thank you so much. So I worked as a hiring manager, I worked in HR, I worked as a recruiter, I worked in staffing. And so people would come to me, and I actually was, while I was doing my PhD, running a business on the side, but it wasn't, I didn't completely capture it as a role.
Mm-hmm.
After it was done, I started running a more strict business. I became more like an online marketer. I started selling my programs online, learning a lot about lead pages, landing pages, lead magnets. I mean, this is internet marketing talk.
Right.
Then in 2015, I started working in corporate outsourcing in the big corporate type of clients where they are laying off 100 people. They need a coach to come in and transition their people.
Right.
So at the same time, I have private clients. I'm growing a team of coaches that are certified in my method, but the reach was still low. And as a PhD, I'm supposed to be a thought leader. I'm supposed to be.
That's right.
Yes. So I got up early, wrote the book, paid for an editor, paid for my front matter and my back matter, and to get my book done and get everything formatted correctly. And I put it online last year in January. And that's a whole nother podcast. I had a really successful launch. I hit hot new trending in the first month. I was #1 in 3 categories in January.
Beautiful.
Of course, I had 1,500 people download my book in 3 days.
Whoa, that's awesome.
So, and that's a different podcast,
Yes, we're gonna have to talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then, that's been working, and I've been working my corporate clients. And as far as LinkedIn, I'm going to tell you, in the book, I talk about a gentleman that came to me who was an internet marketer who only had 23, 24 connections or something. It was nothing.
Yes.
And when I went to his LinkedIn page, I almost fell over. It was horrifying.
Yes.
His picture, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So and I took over his account. I normally didn't do this for a client initially. This is answering your question.
Yes.
I would stick with the online job boards. I would tell them what to do with LinkedIn, but it was so bad that I took over the whole thing and did it myself. I got his passwords.
Yeah.
I started connecting because actually my initial goal, Corinne, was not targeted. I just was like, I'm just going to connect with people so that we get over the 500 threshold. If you go to your profile, click on your me again, under your picture, view profile.
Yeah.
That 500 plus that's right there, that's the threshold image. You want to be over 500 to be taken seriously as a professional. So I was just trying to get him over 500. I connected with his pastor. He belonged to one of these mega churches in Florida. The pastor, and this is the other message that I didn't get across. Every connection that you connect with opens up all their connections as a second degree.
That's right.
So I connected with this pastor. There's like 35,000 people worldwide connected to this guy.
Yeah.
Crazy. It opened up all of those. We were connecting like crazy. And do you know, Corinne, he had 3 interviews in 1 week from that campaign.
Yeah.
Now, once again, that one was not targeted. Just imagine a targeted campaign. I was just connecting with anybody. Right?
Yes.
I got to connect this guy.
Yes.
And it worked. Of course, internet marketing, it worked well. It matched LinkedIn. There was a lot of good matching things that ended up working for him. Other fields might be a little more complex, but here's another example. I started doing this. I was like, okay, there's magic here. And I had someone come to me who had worked in airlines. She finished her MBA. She wanted to work for any airline across the world. She didn't care what. There is an industry filter. So I just did that and started connecting. And she can connect with thousands of people now across the world at airlines everywhere.
Wow.
Okay, but for an entrepreneur, we got one more thing we need to talk about because we're at our hour here.
That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah.
This is my show.
Yeah, well, I have to go too. So
I know.
Let's go up to your home button real quick. When you come onto LinkedIn, this is where it takes you first. It actually doesn't take you to your profile. You have to click on it.
It takes me, and this is why I do my post.
Oh, that's it. I cannot even tell you. So here's what my message is to people. on LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
they will take your post and think about who it should be presented to. Like this Tyrone Wilson, you may not be connected to him,
Mm-hmm.
but LinkedIn is studying, just like Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
what interests Corinne.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to present that to her.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone has an active blog, or if you have a blog associated with your podcast, or you want to advertise your podcast,
Mm-hmm.
do it on LinkedIn too.
I do that.
Because it's going to reach out. Like if we said interviewing Karen Gurney, author, about advanced LinkedIn network techniques for authors.
Yeah.
Let's say we made it like that. It could be career, it could be anything.
Yeah.
But let's say you want your podcast to be about authors.
Yes.
It's going to say, oh, this is about authors. I'm going to present this post to a bunch of authors that she's not even connected with.
Yeah.
People, I can't even tell you the awesome connections I have gotten from my posts.
Well, I post what I do. So, for example, in talking to you,
yeah,
I have created, as you know, an image of the show. So I use that as part of my blog. So I use my show as part of as my blogs. So I do a write-up. I mean, I'm kind of behind right now, but I do a write-up, use that image as the featured image on my website. And I also use that image when I'm promoting. But at the end of the show, I send all my guests a very short survey asking how am I doing. You will do a testimonial. From that, it becomes a testimonial. I use that in an image as well. And that image is what I come back and place here together with the link for the recording. So that people have said so many fabulous things. I don't even know how to go back to find all my posts.
Oh, you go to, all right, go views of your post 51. You could go to the left, but I want to show some the other place.
Oh, here. Yeah.
Yeah. So click there first.
Yeah. So views of my post.
That's actually a pretty good way.
Yeah, this one is nice. But I have had people, so for example, a testimonial, so people can see, you know, what people are saying about my show to encourage them to join in. So she says, I enjoyed the interview so much. I felt like I was talking to a dear friend and we had a lovely conversation. I've had that with this other guy. So I post these reviews and testimonials, which builds my credibility.
Okay, I'm going to, there's a couple things. One is you have to get more connected, which I think you already know, because that's, it's going to help your views. The second thing I'm going to say is, I think instead of just the image, you should be writing, interviewed this author about this, because you're not giving a lot of text for the algorithm to pull from.
Right. I know that. I normally do it with a blog. So normally I have it as a short thing or on my blog, so it sends out. But I said, let me try something different this time. Let me just put the testimonial and put the link and see what happens, you know?
You did good here. You're doing good. I just am adding this extra thing in because it doesn't have enough text to figure out who they should be showing your post to.
Right.
You should be getting, like my last post that I posted yesterday about, it was about, of course, I've got more connections. So it does prioritize your connections.
Right.
What was this post about? Oh, I had someone who reached out and said they wanted to get a job in 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
I saw that. I saw something like that.
I have over 1,000 views, 19 likes, and 6 comments in one day.
Yeah.
So you need to help LinkedIn's algorithm by putting more text. And then what I also want you to do is refer people back to your blog.
Yeah.
You know, put at the end of everything, stay up to date on new podcast releases and have them opt in. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I used to be doing as well. But I just decided, let me just try this. Just the past couple of days I'm trying it, but I'm going to go back to that.
And it could be better.
Yeah, and I'm going to go back to that. And even on my YouTube channel, which is where this is connected to, what I've started doing is captioning. I'm going through all my videos. So like the ones we're doing now, I'm doing closed captioning, and I'm going to be using some of the text there in the description as well.
A whole nother, you know.
Yeah. Listen, this thing is a damn big monster, you know, Karen. It is a monster, and this is why some people just run from the damn thing, because it is. Listen, you can't be running a business running the social media is a monster.
It is.
And you cannot be doing Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and all. You just need to do one.
You need to do one well and then move on to the next one and do it well.
If you can, or if not one to me is doing well, just stick with the one. Don't try to be a polygamist, be a monogamist. Stick with one.
What else I was going to show you is on your feet. Let's go back to the, no, let's go to home.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On here, like, go ahead and type hi or something. Just type something.
Okay.
Oh, wait, it actually showed me. Okay. On post settings, if you click the drop down.
Oh, here? Mm-hmm.
You can have it post to Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I do.
And if your Twitter is attached to your Facebook page, it will flow through. So this is something that I use all the time.
I do that.
Good.
I do that.
That's a way to kind of get, it's not perfect because as you know, every platform has its style, but it is one way to get some extra coverage.
Visibility, yeah. When I sometimes I post it to Facebook directly, just straight. And then when I come here and I post it here, I click on this one. Yeah, I click on this one and then I see it show up on Facebook again. So I realize it.
It flowed through.
It pulled through. Yeah, I see that.
So I agree with you that everyone has this technique and you have to pick your technique. Obviously, LinkedIn is my big technique right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean the other ones aren't good or shouldn't be mastered, but like you said, unless you have a team that is a pro at all those things, it may be too much and you kind of have to pick your winner.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, and where you find joy. I always believe in doing the things where you find joy. You are super excited. Your energy from just doing LinkedIn. No, you just get super excited just from seeing the thing work, from seeing that somebody, one of your clients, is getting hits, views, job leads, client leads. You're just super excited. And if that is what is getting you a joy and keep you up at night and waking you up in the morning, hell, stay with LinkedIn. Right? Who tell you to go to Facebook? Who's telling you to go to Twitter? Why look at those other guys when LinkedIn is bringing joy to you? Just stay with LinkedIn, you know? But we have to talk some more, Karen. I'm very serious because I want to bring this more, your classes, to a wider audience, to my people in the Caribbean as well, and to my clients, because I know there are people who are searching, and to the youths. Right? So I'm gonna talk with you further on that off air. We're gonna communicate. Of course, all my guests stay in touch with me. All my guests. And so I want to be able to do this for the youths who are looking, because you know it's a new age now. People are not into the job necessarily thing, or if they are, is really just to get experience and stuff, but to move out into something entrepreneurial, and they want to network, they want that connection, that person to get them into.
Corinne, I have a new grad. Her mom paid for my package because she was so worried about him. She wants to make sure that he has a step up in life, right? Which I so appreciate.
Yeah.
And I got, so what I do is I get on with my clients and I teach them how to do advanced networking. I start them off, but then I teach them just like we did here.
Yeah.
He started doing it. He started getting reach outs. People started communicating with him. I'm so proud of him.
Yes, that is what we need to do. So if we can do some classes, I've started some master classes, as you may know, I don't know if I told you, on my Self-Publishing University website. And this is something that is a continuous series. I think I must have mentioned it to you, that we can do. And of course, I'm back in Trinidad now. I was living in Jamaica for 21 years. So this is why you see my profile is saying Jamaica. I haven't changed it. I told you I haven't touched LinkedIn for a while. So I'm going to be doing some work with that, obviously with your help. And I want to be able to do these type of things for other persons. Now, I'm in a community where I want to be able to do these trainings, and I can probably Skype you in so that we can have the classes, Skype you in to do it live, and they can ask you questions and we can set up some sort of stuff. So look out for that. I am definitely going to be taking full advantage of you.
I'm a teacher first. I'm a teacher. I mean, I'm a PhD, so I'm a teacher first. And when I went to, when I was in France, in India, I spoke to corporate. In France, I spoke to a university class of project managers. They were English-speaking project managers.
Yeah.
And what I loved about it is the professor, the director of research that hosted me, introduced me to everyone, and they said, "Oh, you're going to teach today?" And I just thought it was so sweet. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a teacher. I'm a PhD." Right?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, here's the thing. We have some things in common. I am coming from a teaching background. I have a passion for it, which is why I have my self-publishing university, to be able to continue teaching, educating, and empowering persons. But I'm also connected with you in the sense of human resource. My master's is in human resource development. I haven't been able, people haven't recognized that training I've had, and so I haven't had any jobs in terms of HR, because people want you to come in with experience, but yet they're not giving you the opportunity to gain the experience. But it is something that I know I can do. I have the expertise. I know I got into HR because I know the type of person that I am. So, there are people who are studying, doing stuff, as you know, and they don't really get into the area that they want to, and they end up going into something else. For whatever reason, we don't know. But I want to be able to work with you to help persons to know the path that they should go, set a career path, whether it is being an entrepreneur or doing a job plus being an entrepreneur, whatever it takes, but help people to move. My thing, Karen, is to help people to up themselves, move to the next level, bring joy to their life, enjoy what you do. Just like how you just get super excited, I want people out there, including myself, to be super excited about the things that we do every day and the lives that we impact, most importantly, every day. Yeah?
Yep.
Beautiful. Karen, you did a great job on me. I must say, you did a great job on me. I'm serious. I am so not embarrassed. I am not embarrassed. I am glad that I learned all these things. And as you realize, I've known some of these things because you were able to see that I do some of them already. It's just I need to go back, dedicate some time, carve out some time to work on LinkedIn, especially. Just spend some time with LinkedIn to be able to make the changes that you were saying. So I do appreciate you. I do appreciate your time. I know how super busy you are. I want to say thank you so much for being on Between the Lines. And I'm definitely going to have you back, and we're going to be doing some work together for sure.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, my darling. And everything worked out smoothly. You see? Everything worked out smoothly. Thank you so much, Karen, for being on Between the Lines. You keep doing what you're doing, impacting the lives. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you. Bye, Corinne.
Bye, my darling. You take care.